What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the MaddenBallerz YouTube channel and our Georgia State Dynasty. The final game of the season is finally here. It is bowl week for the Georgia State Panthers, and they are in Arizona to face off against Colorado in the Tostitos Fiesta Bowl. Colorado, number 14 in the country. Georgia State, number 15 in the country. Both these teams with 2 losses. Who's going to come out on top? We're going to find out next. Colorado versus Georgia State coming up. Colorado will kick off to get the Fiesta Bowl underway, and here we go. Back in his own end zone, Everson to return this one. Takes it out past the 10, and he'll be taken down at about the 14-yard line. And that's where the Panthers will start. Steve Smith in this explosive offense. Hands off to MaddenBallerz. He gets the edge, the first down, breaks the tackle, and more. Gaining 22 yards and a first down on the ground. Very next play here, Smith back to pass, scrambling out to his right. He's going to scramble and fire on the run to Donald Clark, 24 yards downfield. And we're into Colorado territory here. Smith back to pass now on 1st and 10, and a one-handed grab by David Bailey over the middle. We'll get him to 2nd and 2 here. And under center, Smith will drop back to pass once again, looking, scrambling out of pressure here, throwing on the run once again, and caught again by Mark Moore this time. But they're going to review this one. They thought he was out of bounds. Instead, they're going to review it here, and it looks like his feet were in bounds when he made the catch. You make up your mind, but the refs will come out, and they agree he was in bounds there. So that is a first down catch by Mark Moore. And the Panthers here, 1st and 10 now. Steve Smith's going to dump it off to MaddenBallerz. He's going to get inside the 10 there, down to about the 9. 2nd and 7 now for the Panthers. Smith will hand off to George, cutting it back to the left and into the end zone. Basically untouched, 9 yards on the touchdown run by MaddenBallerz. And Georgia State strikes first, up 7-0 here in the first quarter as Colorado takes over here. Hand off to Booth up the middle. A nice run for the first play on offense. 15 yards and a first down. Later in the drive, it's 1st and 10. Quarterback Luke going to keep this one on the read option. He is going to gain 12 yards and a first down into Panther territory now for Colorado. Luke will hand off to Booth on 2nd and 7, and he's going to gain 7 yards there. 1 yard short of that first down marker, but they would pick it up. 1st and 10 now. Out of the shotgun, Luke back to pass here, firing it up for the end zone, and it's overthrown out of bounds. There were 2 defenders on the play, though, so it might have been a hard completion anyway. 2nd and 10, handoff to Booth, and he is going to steamroll his way forward for 12 yards in another Colorado first down. 2nd and 3 now on this drive. And Luke's going to keep it on the read option outside. He's got the first down and the end zone for the 14-yard touchdown. And Zach Luke ties this game up 7 apiece here between Colorado and Georgia State as the Panthers take over here on offense. Smith scrambling out of the pocket and lobbing it up downfield for MaddenBallerz. The big catch. He has it out of bounds. 41 yards through the air, and Georgia State is already back into Colorado territory here. This pass to Donald Clark on 1st and 10 is dropped. That will set up a 2nd down and 10 here. Smith back to pass. Like to do that a lot early in this game, and this one's up to a wide open Marcus Jackson, 22 yards, down to about the 12. 1st and 10. Smith will keep this one on the read option, trying to get outside, but the defender gets him by the ankles and brings him down behind the line. 2nd down and 11 now. Handoff goes to MaddenBallerz, cutting it back inside and gaining a nice 7 yards, setting up 3rd and short here And out of the shotgun, Smith will look to pass here, looking, steps up, scrambles out to his right, then fires back across the field to Marcus Jackson, wide open in the end zone, 6 yards for a touchdown, and that shows you just how strong Steve Smith's arm is, and Georgia State takes a 14-7 lead here now, as Colorado takes over the screenplay to Andrew Fernandez, goes for a loss of 1 yard, 2nd down and 11 now. Luke will take the thing, and he will go for the screen pass again, but this time it's intercepted by Sean Johnson and returned for a pick 6. Touchdown Georgia State, and they're breaking this game wide open here in the first quarter, up 21-7 as Colorado takes over now after the turnover and pick 6. Handoff goes to Booth up the middle. 3rd down and 5 now for Colorado. Luke back to pass here. It's going to take off, and he's going to get hit hard and taken down short of the 1st down marker. That will force a punt, and Georgia State takes over here. Smith fakes the handoff here, scrambles out to his right a bit and fires deep, and Donald Clark jumps up and makes that catch for 23 yards. And at the end of 1 quarter, Georgia State's on top 21-7. Georgia State's offense has been very efficient as we start the 2nd quarter up in Colorado territory. Handoff to Lamont George on 2nd and 5, and he's going to gain 7 on the play. 1st down, Georgia State. Smith now under center, back to pass here, drops back deeps, and fires over the middle, and this one intended for Marcus Jackson is incomplete, deflected. 2nd and 10 now. Smith will hand off to George on the sweep play, but it's going nowhere. Back to the line of scrimmage, but a flag comes in, and that is a 15-yard face mask penalty. Now 1st and 10 from the 15. Smith looking to pass, trying to avoid pressure, but he cannot avoid the 2nd attempt, and he's taken down for a loss on the play. 3rd and 14 now. Smith back to pass, stepping up, taking off here, and going downfield and gaining 12 yards, 2 yards short of that 1st down marker, and they would settle for a field goal to make it 24-7. The Buffaloes take over here. Luke outside here, going to pitch it late to Booth, and he's down the sideline into Panther territory, 22 yards on the ground, and finally some life from Colorado. 1st and 10, Luke's going to try to dump it off, but it's almost picked off by Ryan Meyer. You got to come up with that interception, man. 2nd and 10 now for Colorado. Luke hands off to Booth here, breaking a tackle, getting hit hard at the end, but gaining 7 yards on the ground. Later on the drive, it's 3rd and 3 for the Buffaloes. Handoff from Luke to Booth, and he's only going to get 1 yard on the play. That's going to set up 4th and 1, and down by 17. They're going to go for it here in the 2nd quarter. Handoff to Charles up the middle. He's breaking it free inside the 20, inside the 10, taken down here at the 1. Touchdown saving tackle, but on 1st and goal here, handoff to Booth, goes into the end zone for the touchdown, and Colorado is back in it now, down by only 10 points, 24-14, as Georgia State takes over here late in the 2nd quarter. Handoff to Smith, takes it on the read option up the middle for a 9-yard gain and a 1st down. Very next play here, Smith out of the shotgun here looking to pass. He's going to throw this one up deep on one-on-one coverage on Marcus Jackson, but the defender, Brian Jack, deflects that one incomplete. 3rd and 10 now for the Panthers. Smith back to pass. He's going to hit Mark Moore here. He's going to break a tackle and get into Colorado territory. 1st and 10 now with under 2 to go. Pitch goes out to Lamont George, trying to get the edge here, but he is stuffed after a 1-yard gain on the play. 2nd down and 9 now for the Panthers. Smith will hand off to Matt Barnes. Haven't heard his name a lot this season, but we get him in here, and he gains 10 on the ground and a Panthers 1st down. 2nd and 10 later in this drive. Handoff to George on 2nd and 10. He's going to go forward for 10 yards, just inches short of that 1st down marker, and Chip Nolan will call a timeout. 26 seconds left, 3rd and inches. A broken play. Smith takes off. It was supposed to be a fullback handoff, but they missed the connection, and Smith gains it, the 1st down on the play. 1st and 10 now. Smith back to pass. Looking, firing up to the corner of the end zone for Trevor Phillips, but he cannot come down with the ball. It'll be 2nd down and 10. 8 seconds to go in the half. out of the shotgun. Smith looking, firing to the end zone for Donald Clark, but he cannot come down with the pass either. And with 4 seconds left, Georgia State settles for a field goal right before half here. And at halftime, Georgia State has a 27-14 lead over Colorado.
We played 30 minutes. Glad to have you with us on the EA Sports NCAA Football 14 halftime show presented by Nissan. Innovation that excites. David Pollack and I here in the studio to break down everything that just happened in your game. These offenses seemingly took advantage of every opportunity to make a big play. They were prolific, explosive plays at every turn, offensive coordinators dialing up great calls at just the right moment, it seemed.
No, it did seem that way, and everything worked. But there's also the other side of the equation, too, and we talk about it all the time. Da-da-da, da-da-da. You want to make top 10 plays, and you want to be celebrated. You want to see your clip for a couple days on SportsCenter. But when you're on defense, you can't always make a big SportsCenter play. You can't try to decapitate somebody every single time. It's okay to make the easy tackle, grab their legs, wrap them up. Right now, a lot of sloppy tackling is making the offensive guys look 10 times better than they should be. You don't have to make SportsCenter. You could just make the regular, normal, everyday play.
David's ready to get back on that couch, get the remote, get all the games dialed up to watch what's going on around the country. Time to get you back for your second half. Brad and Kirk ready to roll.
They don't have the luxury of wasting
13-point lead for Georgia State as we enter the second half. Colorado with the ball. Luke gonna keep it on the read option here, and he's gonna end up gaining 6 yards on the play. Colorado known for passing the ball more than rushing, and they've actually rushed it pretty well against our #1 rush defense as this pass is thrown away. Surprised though that they have not thrown the ball more in this game and tried to run the ball more against the #1 rushing defense. Luke here on 3rd and 9 dumps it off to Archie, and he's going to be stood up for a 2-yard gain. That will not be enough for the first down, and Colorado has to punt. Georgia State takes over here, 1st and 10. Smith back to pass, scrambling backwards, dumping it off here to Donald, trying to, but he doesn't even look for the pass, and it falls incomplete. 3rd and 10 now. Smith looking to pass once again, and on the comeback route, that is David Bailey, 15 yards and a first down into Colorado territory. Very next play, Smith will fake the handoff, scramble out to the right here, and fire off his back foot downfield to Donald Clark, 20 yards and a first down. I can't imagine how well Steve Smith will be next year in this offense. Handoff to Lamont George for a 3-yard loss on the play, stuffed in the backfield. 2nd and 13 now here for the Panthers. And just getting the pass off to Marcus Jackson downfield is Smith, 23 yards through the air and down inside the 5. 1st and goal to go now. Smith will pitch it out to George after the fake goes to the fullback, and he cannot find any running room. A 2-yard loss on the play. 2nd and goal now. Smith hands off to George, trying to get outside here, but gets stopped at about the 2-yard line. That will set up 3rd and goal here out of the shotgun. Smith looking to pass here, and he's going to dump it off to Mark Espinoza for a 1-yard gain. That is short of the end zone, but on 4th and goal, Georgia State decides to go for it, and Lamont George into the end zone untouched, and Georgia State takes a 34-14 lead here in the 3rd quarter. Colorado takes over now. Luke on the read option, keeping it himself, getting outside and gaining 6 yards on the play. 3rd and 2 now for the Buffaloes. Out of the shotgun, Luke going to keep it. Instead of pitching it, he keeps it, and he's taken down. 3-yard loss on the play, and this Georgia State defense is stepping up in the second half. 1st and 10 as Georgia State takes over. Handoff to Lamont George up the middle for 8 yards. That will lead to a first down play on the very next one. 1st and 10. Smith back to pass, and this one intended for David Bailey is way overthrown, and Smith has been off on a few throws today. 2nd and 10 now. Smith gonna dump it off to George on the screenplay, but he cannot find any open room. Gets back to the line, and it sets up a 3rd and 10. Smith back to pass here on 3rd and 10. Over the middle, finds Mark Moore for the first down catch, and Moore down inside the 35-yard line, a 25-yard gain. 1st and 10, Smith will hand off to George, and George is going nowhere back to the line, but he falls down, and it looks like he's injured on the play. We'll have to find out what happened to him later in the game. At the end of 3 quarters, Georgia State's on top, 34-14. Georgia State has a commanding 34-14 lead here as we enter the 4th quarter. 3rd and 9, George is back in the game, so the injury wasn't all that serious, but he's going to be stopped for a 2-yard loss, and Georgia State has to punt. Colorado takes over now. 3 touchdowns would win this game as Luke takes off. 8-yard rush on the ground. They should be passing the ball by now in the 4th quarter, down by so much. 2nd and 2, this pass to Weisenbecker is good for 7 yards. And a Buffalo's first down. Very next play here. Luke's going to pass it. He's looking over the middle, caught by Archie. That one's good for 9 yards. And the Buffaloes might have something going here. 2nd and 1. Luke going to take the snap. Look to pass. Trying to avoid pressure, but he's taken down for a sack on the play. 3rd and 8 now for the Buffaloes. Luke's going to take the snap, look to pass here, and lob it up. And Collins has it and avoids a tackle there as he runs out of bounds. 9 yards and a first down for Colorado. 2nd and 6 now in this drive. Luke's going to take off after looking to pass, and he's going to get enough for that first down. 174 yards rushing so far by this Colorado offense. But their passing offense has done nothing really as Luke takes off here on 1st and 10. He'll gain 9 yards. And on 2nd and 1 here, Colorado will look to pass. And a dump off to Archie over the middle is caught, and a broken tackle takes him down inside the 5 and tackled into the end zone for the touchdown. Mike Archie, 34 yards. And Georgia State now only has a 13-point lead as they take over with under 5 to go, trying to run some clock out here. 2nd and 11 now for the Panthers. Smith will hand off to George up the middle, and he's going to find a hole and gain 15 yards on the ground. That's first down, Georgia State. Very next play here, Smith will take the snap, hand off to George up the middle, and that will be a gain of 10 inches short of that first down marker. So on 2nd and inches here, Smith will hand off to George. That is the wrong read there on the read option. He should have kept it himself. That's a 2-yard loss on the play. 3rd and 2 now for Georgia State. Smith under center will fake the handoff, drop back, fire downfield to Mark Moore, wide open on the sideline inside the 10. Touchdown, Mark Moore, 50 yards through the air to Smith, from Smith to Moore, and that makes it 40-21. Georgia State's going to go for 2 here to make it a 3-score game. Smith back to pass, firing to the end zone, caught by Mike Johnson, the fullback, and Georgia State has a 3-touchdown lead here with about 2 minutes to go as Colorado takes over. Luke taking off on 1st and 10, has the first down, but he needs to pass the ball quickly downfield. 2nd and 10 now for the Buffaloes. Luke back to pass. He's going to hit Weisenbecker on the sideline, out of bounds. First down, Colorado. Very next play here, Luke looking to pass once again. Dump off to Booth. That's not the play they want, and that's going to be stopped for a 1-yard loss. Hurry up offense now for Colorado. 2nd and 11. Luke looking to pass, steps up, fires out to the end zone, and caught by Jesse Collins for a first down. I have no idea how he caught that on that coverage. 1st and 10 for Colorado now. Luke is going to be pressured and sacked by Quincy Robinson there. That's going to set up a 3rd and 16 here on this drive. And Luke back to pass, firing off his back foot to a wide open Archie inside the 10. 30 yards on the pass. 1st and goal to go now from the 9. Luke back to pass here, stepping up, looking, and his pass is deflected down, batted down at the line there. 2nd down and goal now for Colorado. And Luke's looking to pass once again, and the dump off goes to Booth. He's going to get about 2 yards on that play. Not enough for the first down or the touchdown. 3rd and goal now. Luke back to pass. Another dump off attempt is deflected by Jerome Schroeder. Defense coming up big here. So on 4th and goal, can Colorado get into the end zone and keep this game in sight. Handoff, or the pass goes to Booth on a screenplay, and that is snuffed out for a 2-yard loss. That will do it. Georgia State can take a knee, and the Panthers will win their first bowl game in school history, winning the Tostitos Fiesta Bowl over Colorado. And play of the game here in the first quarter, Sean Johnson's pick 6, taken back to the end zone there for a touchdown, opening the game up 21-7. Steve Smith, your player of the game, 16 for 26, 294 yards, and 2 touchdowns on the day, along with 28 yards on the ground. And head coach Chip Nolan and the Panthers can hoist that trophy high, their first bowl victory, and a win over number 14 Colorado, 42-21. Taking a look at the stats from our game today, Georgia State has a pretty good game today. 18 first downs, 294 passing yards, and almost double the time possession of Colorado. Players of the game, Steve Smith on offense, 294 yards through the air, 2 touchdowns. Sean Johnson, 5 tackles, 1 for a loss, and that pick 6 that seals it. And Georgia State can add the Tostitos Fiesta Bowl trophy to their trophy case here. They get to win their first bowl victory in school history. Head coach Chip Nolan is now 1-1 in bowl games, and we'll find out in the next episode what position Georgia State finishes in, what ranking they finish in. Number 15 coming into this game, so they might be looking at a top 10 ranking to finish out the year. If you like this episode, give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and come back for the next episode, which will be the off season, and we'll see you guys then.